Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Warped, a completely unnecessary Star Trek podcast, where we do unasked-for audio commentary of Star Trek episodes. Here are your hosts, Shawn.
Get me to my regular doctor. They're familiar with my weird, things.
Matt.
It's completely bonkers, and I didn't understand what was happening like 80% of the time, but I loved it.
Jake.
His abs unfurled.
Philippe.
I don't have honor! What's the point? I want to live and sing and dance.
Erin.
This show is so good, we're just like watching it.
Min Win.
Would you fuck, marry, or kill me?
All of that.
I would do all three. All three in that order.
And May.
Dear Diary, I kissed an android today, and he told me he felt nothing.
Make it so.
And tonight we have a special guest.
Ooh.
Hi.
My wife.
My
wife.
Right on cue. Yeah.
We get her in here on Father's Day all the time now. It's my gift from her every year.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. And today, though, we're not watching Star Trek.
Yeah,
What?
I mean,
We are watching Star Trek.
something like
It's as
Adjacent.
close as you can get to Star Trek without it actually branded
It was
that way.
inspired by Star Trek.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, last week we finished season 5. Big cheers, everyone.
Yeah.
We left, Mark Twain and Data hanging out together.
What?
We gotta figure out what that's gonna all
Ever.
lead
We'll find
to.
out in a couple of weeks how that all ends up. But now we're taking a break and we're doing what we always do at the end of seasons. We're watching a movie. And this time we're finally doing it.
Sister Act. Yes.
As
close as you can get to Star Trek.
Star Trek as you can come. And if you don't know what movie we're talking about, you're not familiar with Star Trek and you're not familiar with Galaxy Quest. But that's what we're
and you don't belong.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Yeah. You can. We'll give you.
outta
We'll give you
here.
5 seconds to leave.
So we're watching Galaxy Quest.
Oh, they actually left.
Oh, well.
Oh no.
And we're watching it on Paramount Plus. And I see 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 59 seconds on the clock, and I'm punching the triangle in 3, 2, 1, punch. DreamWorks. What do you think of the DreamWorks logo? You're a logo guy, Philippe. What do you think of the DreamWorks logo?
I used to like it more, but sometimes, as I start watching it, it kind of feels like the blending on these older ones. It's kind of like it looks a little cheesier than I remember it, but I think it's
early. That's
Yeah.
What do you think is the best? What's the best movie
Logo?
I like
logo?
MGM with the lion.
The lion.
Lion's
Sure.
good. It's
One
fun.
you don't see these days much.
I don't-
There's not a lot of MGM movies. out.
Columbia is good.
Yeah, Columbia is.
Universal, no?
He's funny. The funny
Nobody
thing
likes
here's the funny
Universal.
thing
The
that Brand-
fanfare for Universal's the best.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
ba-ba.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bum, bum, bum.
That's what I'm
That's
talking
But you know
about.
what's
Yeah.
funny? Because when the
There we
Universal
go.
logo came on, my kid said, "Oh, you just know it's going to be a bad movie." So that's his association. Sorry, Universal.
Because of what?
I don't know what it was, but he was just like, whenever I see this one, I know it's going to be a bad movie. And I was like,
Interesting.
Huh.
I'll have to
I don't
do
know.
it.
I don't know what it
You
was.
make the
Paramount.
Fast and Furious movies and the
Yeah.
Jurassic World movies and
Mm.
Transformer movies.
Paramount has always been one of my favorites, but that's because of the Indiana Jones.
Here's what I like. I like the
Stars.
I like the WB
Yes, the
logo.
Stars over
Yeah.
the mountain.
I like the WB
that's
because
good.
they
That's
change it
classic.
up for different movies. So
Sure, but
Yeah.
the
The
classic
who?
where
The
it's
who's
the lot in the WB, that the one you're talking about?
yeah, but they'll do something with the logo. Like when it's Batman, they do the coloring. I like
Sure,
that
sure.
when they do that.
DreamWorks has started to do that with the Minions,
Yeah.
right?
But the one that
Yes.
gets me like emotionally
Shrek.
because of Star Wars is 20th Century.
Well, of course.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
that was
classic.
that was to me the weirdest thing about watching the Disney Star Wars movies is not having the Fox fanfare
That's right.
over the you just got so used to that music
That-
played over a
is
long time ago in a
plucky,
galaxy far, far away.
A chord that goes way back, and so I hear it, and I'm automatically like Star Wars, like it's got the Star Wars energy. So, but
I remember when Phantom Menace was announced.
Yeah.
When that was announced, it was like,
yes,
for Star Wars nerds, you're like, I can't believe I'm actually going to get to see more Star Wars. And I had dreams about just that fanfare leading into seeing the scroll, seeing a new scroll.
Yes.
The excitement of there going to be a new scroll I haven't seen 1,000 times before. There he is.
Yep.
The American treasure.
Sir, is he a sir, Alan?
Yes.
Did he get knighted?
I'm pretty sure he
Let's
is.
just knight him now.
Exactly.
He
He
does.
does.
Yeah.
Pretty much my
great
favorite
voice.
actor of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
He's such a great voice.
His first film acting is fucking Die Hard.
Yep.
That was his
That's his
first
first film.
movie ever.
Yep.
What?
And that's the performance he gave.
Hans
And
Gruber.
I mean, my God.
I
Right
mean,
off the bat,
I
the
can't believe they let him do
greatest
stuff
action
after
hero
that.
villain of all time,
Yeah.
and it's the first thing he ever did.
Yeah.
What did he do
But
before?
in-
Like
on
I think he was
film.
like an act, like
Theater.
a TV
Theater.
actor.
He was in
theater.
I think it was a stage.
he's
actor.
British,
Yeah.
so he.
Was he an RSC
He
guy?
probably was an RSC, Royal
Probably.
Shakespeare Company.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I could see that.
Which is like, it's funny because he's kind of playing like a character who was an artist.
It's,
and
well, no, I mean the character he's playing, I think, is basically
Is
Alan
Worf.
Rickman.
it would be like if Alan Rickman was on one
was
of these
on,
shows.
was on Star Trek.
So, what's Home Improvement's time frame? Is he post Home Improvement now?
It
Tim
might
Allen?
still be on. This is 99, so I don't know
It's
how
on
late
for a
that
bit.
show went.
It seems like we're right around
Probably-
the same time
Probably
period.
near the end, though, right?
I mean, that show started in like the early 90s. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe it was towards the end. It might have still been on, though, at this point.
Probably near
Definitely
the
not
end.
as, it wasn't as popular.
No,
No,
way to
no.
find out.
No, couldn't possibly.
Yep. Maybe in
Because now we're into 99, and so now it's all family comedies or sitcoms are dead. It's all Seinfeld and Friends and Frasier.
Right.
Have we talked about the Frasier reboot, Sean?
A little bit. I mean,
Where's your
I
head
just
at?
don't understand.
It's a thing.
I can't imagine wanting to watch a Frasier show that doesn't have Niles.
yeah.
Okay, so he's not in it.
He's not.
Okay.
They didn't ask him, or he didn't.
Jay did not ask him.
Oh, is it like that with them?
Frasier,
That's a
he's,
shame.
Kelsey Grammer's pretty arrogant, and
Oh, he had a falling out with David.
I don't know if
Pierce?
they ever had a falling out, but I think that he feels like
Don't need him.
he gets too much credit for what he did to the original Frasier,
Weird.
and didn't want anybody stealing his thunder in
Yeah.
the new one.
It hasn't aired yet.
No, I don't even think they've started filming.
Okay, I
Who
just
knows
saw
what the strike
a
has done to
tickler
that?
for it, I guess.
Jersey Zelensky.
I mean, it's been cast.
He'd later go on to start Jersey Mike's.
It's all about him living with his son, who's like he's the opposite. He's like a firefighter who's sort of into sports and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
the reverse of the dad-son combo.
Mm-hmm. Wait, son of Lilith?
Yeah, it's Frederick,
Yeah.
who was always a nerd on Frasier.
Yeah, that's what
So
I'm
I don't
like.
know how he became a firefighter, and they don't use the actor that played him on Frasier, which is kind of sad because that kid still is an actor. In
They used
Hollywood.
David Hyde.
David Hyde Pierce, yeah. I was like, dang, I remember. So,
Okay, so who's been to a Star Trek convention, and has this seen anything like it?
I've never been to one, but I've seen them depicted in many,
Yes.
many films and series, and I would say that this is right down the middle of what they sort of
Yeah.
portray them as.
I've never been to one either, so
I've been to a Comic-Con.
I've never been
Okay.
to a con.
I've been to a
You never
Comic-Con.
guys-
I've been
never
to
been?
Cat-
Oh, I
Con.
guess we went to Star Wars Celebration,
yeah, we did do the Star Wars celebration
which
last
was
year.
kind of a
So
con.
did they
yeah.
have
Okay.
like
Yeah, last-
autographs
No,
and
that's
stuff?
definitely a con. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but you had to like
You
pay
had to
up the
pay
butt
up-
to get.
Yeah, and you had to
to
wait in
get-
insane lines.
But they
and
did
it
have
was-
that.
Oh
kind
yeah,
of,
yeah.
like,
You could get
aspect
you could
where-
get the signature of Like, well, Anthony Edwards, of course, because anytime there's Star Wars, he's
Anthony
going to show up.
Edwards?
No. Anthony Edwards, sorry.
Goose?
Anthony Daniels.
Anthony
sorry.
Daniels.
I can't believe he would be taking
Top
it.
Gun on my mind, you know.
It's okay. It's fair.
Such a maverick over there.
Yes, Anthony Daniels. Who
He's the one
I
who
was
plays
listening to.
3PO or
Yes.
Okay. And
We saw Mary.
Ian-
We saw your buddy.
Kelly.
Kelly Tran, yeah, she was there with Billy Lord.
Yeah, they were up on stage on the
They were
main
interviewed
stage.
on the main stage together.
Where
Which
did
was
this
available
was
to
it, this was
everyone.
in Anaheim?
It
Yeah,
was Anaheim
the
Convention Center. It was actually a lot
It
of
was cool.
fun.
It was fun.
The kids have actually had a really great time.
It was hilarious. The nerds will think this is funny. We had brought these
Just
the
about to say
sloths,
sloths, yeah.
the sloths, but our friend put Ewok hoods on them.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
So we walked around with these
We had
Ewoks
these
in our
two little
hands,
sloths
and
that
when
had
any stormtroopers
Ewok,
would come up to them, they would
be
be like,
like-
"Keep that death bear away from
Yes,
me."
yes.
They're just like, they slaughtered half of my
fantastic.
friends. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
How they would respond to the Ewoks. It was so pure. I loved it.
Yep.
Oh, he's so good in this.
Yeah. Oh my God. So committed.
I love it. He's the
Who
dad
are
of Veronica
these?
Mars.
Yeah.
Enrico
Calantoni.
Calantoni. He's so great.
Rainn
Just Shoot
Wilson
Me. Yeah.
Where?
is he's the fourth
Look-
one.
Oh, that's right.
So
I had
he's
forgotten
he's
about
next
that.
to what's her name?
Missy Pyle.
Yeah, Missy Pyle.
Yeah.
There he is. Yeah,
And
see?
Rainn Wilson.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the fourth guy who no one.
He actually has the biggest part of the. Other
does.
than he has a bigger part than Rainn Wilson. Rainn Wilson is barely in it.
Yeah.
He doesn't even. I didn't even know he has any lines.
He doesn't have like a. He's not one of the mains. The guy is great. All the.
I mean, this Justin Long is in this movie.
Justin
like
Long,
that's
Justin
right.
Long. Like
That's
the cast is
right.
crazy.
Yeah.
Rolls deep. It rolls
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah.
But that was 90s movies, man. They just all had these gigantic casts of great actors.
Well, because at the time they were still.
I like that
weren't
guy who's really
as
like leaning
accomplished.
into his pee there. He's like
One guy's got his hands on the wall.
That's what I mean.
He's
That
like-
guy is like
That's what
he's
he's
settling
talking
in. Like,
yeah.
have you ever had a pee so long that you were just like, no, I'm gonna be here a while. I'm not gonna be able
Yeah.
to put it all. I have to take my weight off
Yeah,
my
have to
feet.
rest.
I have to rest.
I was reading in the IMDb trivia that this is something that actually happened to Shatner.
Oh, you read that
In the
this did?
IMDb trivia that the scene
Really?
is based on something that actually
He overheard fans
in a
basically
bathroom at a
dissing him.
well, basically saying that that he
He's
was
pathetic.
yeah.
Dang.
Don't show him the internet.
Aw. Now he's all sad.
I know.
I like the
Oh,
way
so
he's
sad.
tossing.
He's
those.
good in this.
He is good.
I'm saying he's,
Oh.
but I'm surprised because I'm not usually a fan, but although I was a big fan of Home Improvement.
Oh,
Santa
good,
Claus?
Lord,
The Santa Claus?
yes.
I
He's good in those.
saw the Santa Claus in the movie theater
Oh,
Of course
when
you
it
did.
came out.
of course.
Now it needs to be what did you not see in the theater, Shawn? I think
call,
we need to
right?
do the
Yeah,
opposite.
well, over the last
Sister Act, apparently.
Yeah.
I did not see that.
Yeah.
The last 15 years, that has waned considerably.
Yeah.
But, before this,
Why? What have you been up to?
Oh,
Oh, stuff.
stuff. I'm busy.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of stuff on my plate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how many of us have had that happen? Your hero destroy you.
Well, since Philippe is my hero, it happens on a Friday basis for
Whenever
me.
he comes over.
Yeah.
Sigourney looks great in this movie.
Yeah, she does.
Always looks
But
good.
she does.
And she is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's iconic.
Sci-fi goddess.
Yeah.
Yeah. She really is.
What's her story?
I don't know.
Where's she from? What's her deal? What was her first film?
She was
Tell
one
me
of
everything,
she.
Shawn.
You've seen
I can look
like
it up.
the Inner Light, right? So she was one of the weavers. What is it?
She's the Iron Weaver.
Iron Weaver.
Oh, yeah,
her
that's
family was
right.
Iron
The
Weavers from
Weavers.
Catan. I don't. That might
Wow.
not be accurate. I just thought I'd throw something out there for the.
Let's see.
Star Trek.
Well, other than
what's her
Alien,
deal?
what was
Yeah,
before?
what was her early days?
She's Ghostbusters.
She has a
Hello.
walk-on
But
in
Ghostbusters,
Annie
okay.
Hall.
Annie Hall.
She made her motion picture debut in fucking Alien.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That was it?
That's her
That was
first
her
fucking.
first
God
And
damn
look
it!
at
Look
that.
at that.
What?
We have his
Her,
first film is
Alan
Ripley
Rickman.
and Alan Rickman's first film.
But these are like these are guys who get
Like-
first at bat grand slam
Jesus
home
Christ.
runs. You know.
Yes, absolutely.
She was born in New York City.
Okay.
Okay.
Went to Stanford. Has a master's degree
Stanford.
from Yale in drama.
Wow.
She was her first professional job was in Sir John Gielgud's production of The Constant Wife, working with Ingrid Bergman.
Oh wow.
Really?
My favorite movie of hers, Baby Mama.
Oh, she's the doctor, right?
She's the surrogacy coordinator.
That's
yeah.
right.
Oh, she's
Okay,
in that?
I watched that movie on the plane ride when we went to Costa Rica.
Oh, wow.
And I'm watching this movie and I'm going, okay, something serious has got to happen or else this is the saddest movie ever made.
What do you mean saddest?
Because she knows she's not pregnant, and then she knows when she is pregnant that it's not hers. And this woman who's wanted a baby for so long is not going to get
no.
a baby.
Sean's
Yeah.
making me feel different feelings than when I just saw a silly movie with Tina Fey.
I mean-
And they had to Deus Ex Machina the fuck out of that and just make her pregnant at the end, even though the whole point of the movie was that there was like a 1,000,000-to-1 shot of her getting pregnant. But otherwise, that's the saddest movie ever made.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm watching this, I'm
Dang.
going,
Is
okay.
that the same one where Amy Poehler pees in a sink?
Yes.
Yes.
That was
I
the saddest
enjoyed.
one.
I saw that in the theater.
Sean thought about this movie way more than he
Wow.
needed to.
More
I
than
mean,
like
come
Tina Fey and
on.
Amy
The whole
Poehler.
movie is she's getting conned, originally telling that she's not pregnant at all.
Sean, the point of the movie is the friends we made along the way was the real pregnancy the whole time.
Yeah.
Sure.
This is a great scene as I'm watching it. Is,
Just looking right
oh,
at his
right.
butthole.
yeah.
They're so good, so consistent too in their movements and
Yeah.
their talk, their
Derpy,
speech
derpy
patterns.
aliens.
Yeah.
The-
The guy in the middle's face, man, right now.
Yeah.
I cannot stop looking at it.
That's Rico, right?
Yeah, that's in.
Yeah, it's Enrico.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like he had that like
He's hitting
that
on
fart smell. Like
Yeah.
only I can smell this fart, but they will soon because it's squeezing its way through my skin tight suit right now. Here comes the bubble. Boop.
We that's like the limo at my bachelor party when James was ripping them,
Oh, right.
No.
and you could see it flow down the
Mm-hmm.
as
Yeah.
it would hit people.
Oh, yeah. The reactions.
The wave of reaction as
Yeah.
you went from the front of the limo to the back of the limo.
It was like that distortion effect they used in the 90s where you could see like, like that heat wave. When
Right.
It was like,
Oh,
it's
they're
real, guys.
aliens.
Mm-hmm. Where did that beautiful dog
I
come from? That
know.
dog is gorgeous.
I
That's
wanna
no
know more about
street
that
dog.
dog.
That's no street dog.
So I never really went over
It's
it. but
Lassie.
like I said, we're watching Galaxy Quest.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's was released December 25th, 1999.
Nice. Ooh, a Christmas gift to ourselves.
And Erin, what do you think the IMDb rating of this movie is?
I think people probably rate it highly. I'm gonna say 7-8.
May,
7-7.
Catherine,
What's the scale?
1 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. I'll give it an 8.
Anybody else?
I'll say 7-2. I don't think they gave it what they deserved.
All right.
I think
Philippe,
I'm going to go 8-1.
7-4, which is some bullshit.
Yep.
So wait, why are there 2 scores?
7.4.
7.4.
Oh, 7.4. Never mind.
Ooh, the bad
They go granular on the scale. These guys.
Yep. I know that they're bad guys.
That's some nonsense.
I mean,
They're
what do
just-
you consider, given that the grading scale of IMDb? What do you, when you see what a movie has, what's your like turning point for like it's being anything above a 7?
I think anything above an 8 on
Yeah.
IMDb is exceptional.
Yeah.
You know, people.
But
legit-
7 will probably be a good, like, nothing
Mostly,
to be upset
yeah.
about, right?
Yeah. Mid-7s are pretty hard to get, even on, like...
I mean, the problem is, like you say, it's like there's so many people that vote 1 star for no reason.
Yeah, 1 or 10.
Yeah, there's a lot of 1 or 10s. And
so if you're above 7, I think, and you're getting more 10s than 1s.
And you've been on a movie for a while, so it's like a lot of feedback.
Yeah, some things come out and they get really high for a while, but you gotta wait 5 years for all the haters to get in there, kind of average it out. The Omega 13.
That's right.
It's really clears you up for your hangover.
I definitely know right away that there are bad guys present on screen. The makeup department, costuming.
I like the way. Why do they walk like that? I mean, what species has?
It's great.
Well, it's because they're like tentacled.
I know.
They're skin suits. They're
they're usually not. They're not. They don't really look like this. They actually look like something else. But
they're fitting in or whatever.
Which really begs the question at the end. I know it's a little bit of a spoiler. Is when Tony Shalhoub and the girl get together. Like how that long,
sure.
Yeah, how long that's gonna. Does she have to? She has to pretend to be a human her whole thing. Because I guess
that's kind of the implication of the end of the film.
That is the indication. I mean,
she joins the cast of the new show. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of people die, so don't worry. You gotta stick along for the ride because not everybody's gonna make it out of this.
The director of this film does not have much impressive filmography of movies. Not a lot of TV, but he directed the Jim Carrey Fun with Dick and Jane.
What's that one about?
Don't they rob a bank or something?
Yeah, they're like bank robbers or something.
Is that Tia Leone?
Yep.
Yeah, they're. I remember, their company screws them out of their pensions or something, and they
so they go rogue.
They get desperate, and they become very good at sort of being crooks.
I like this depiction of they wrap you in a bubble and then shoot you out
and then launch you out.
Yeah, I kind of think that's like a real advanced long-term teleportation.
I mean, it's interesting. Like, how do you do that?
I just like it. It feels like a more fun thing than just teleporting, which always seemed like a little bit of meh. It's
Sparkle magic.
Yeah, I like this where it's we're gonna put you in a bubble.
I like that he's like, oh man, I've been somewhere.
Yeah, he does a pretty good job right there. And look. They get you right there by the pool.
Jump in the pool, you're on fire.
Yeah. He has one of the most famous houses in LA.
The greatest wide
yes.
I grabbed
the save.
What a saving.
Yeah. I love how much disdain he has before he's they're all looking at him. Say the line. Come on, Bart. Say the line. Yeah.
Would you rather? I mean, obviously, would you rather have the lives we have now, or be if you were going to be in the arts to have a career like these guys, where you're
known for one role
for one
forever.
thing like that forever?
If it was beloved, I think I could.
It seems like the healthy people appreciate their fans and don't try to
I feel
be all grumpy about it. They actually seem to know that it meant something, and but I think they also, the ones that do well, seem to find satisfaction in some other role or different even.
I feel like Patrick Stewart and so many LeVar Burton and all these other ones.
They have other passions, so it's
but
it
I
doesn't
feel
all have to be so well.
I feel like people who were trying to be cool and then didn't want it to be
but
their.
It's rude because it's that's what got that's your meal ticket or whatever. It always seems. I mean, it's humorous, but
I think it is. Like, I guess it's tough when you want to be known for different things, and
yeah, if you feel pigeonholed by it,
Yeah.
if it like locked you out of things. But it seems like healthy-minded people seem to figure it out. Is what I'm saying.
yeah, I think it's weird. I think it's just like the whole fame thing is weird in general. So like, I feel like it's one of those double-edged swords, man. You want to be famous, but you might get famous for something you didn't necessarily want to be famous for. You know. So yeah, I
That's
guess
why I like Daniel Radcliffe, who
yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
he was
Yeah,
early.
it
It
could
was
give
early
you-
enough
He
in
was
his life.
just
He
like,
can. He can.
And it made enough money that now
I
he
have
can,
so much money
yeah.
and I'll live off of that for the rest of my
I can
life. I
pick
can do whatever
interesting
the hell I
roles.
want to do.
I guess these guys need this because they aren't well off. You know,
Yeah.
it depends
Right,
on. Sometimes like musicians
Well, I guess
get
you're
funny
talking
contracts.
about a TV show
Yeah.
versus movies and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So then you have to do this cheesy stuff to just like make your paycheck. I guess that could get a little weird.
Well, they're just like how Tony Shalhoub's like, we should just take the damn job.
Yeah.
I think this is the first thing I ever saw Sam Rockwell in.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sam Rockwell's like the just in
Guy.
I like Guy.
He's the red shirt
Yeah.
of the show. I mean, that's whoever wrote this was a huge Trek nerd.
Yeah, who did write it? Is it
I
somebody?
don't think it's anybody that famous.
Is it somebody who did Trek before? Because like they
They spent some time.
they got,
There's
or is it a team
there's
of?
two people. One has story and screenplay. And that's really all he wrote. The other guy wrote Men in Black 2 and Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow.
I never got through that one.
Sky Captain.
It was a big movie at the time. It was like
It was the first fully
CG,
CGI
yeah.
environment film. Like
It's like Jude Law was the main
yeah,
character.
it's
Angelina Jolie?
Yeah, as it wears an eye patch.
Famously.
Yeah.
Wow.
hmm
I vaguely recall it.
He was Sky Captain. She was the World of Tomorrow.
That's
Yeah.
right. She there was a big spot, but she dies like early on in the film. Spoiler alert.
Ooh,
Yeah.
what year is Sky Captain?
2002 ish, maybe 2004.
Yeah.
Sky. No, I'm thinking of Rocketeer.
That was
Well,
good.
that's Billy Campbell,
I like that movie.
Bruce's cousin.
I like that movie.
We saw that together in the theater.
Yeah, we did.
Philippe.
Yeah.
Check.
Good.
Another one that was 90, I think. Well, see, that's why they walk funny, because they have big tentacles all over their body.
I think if you have an appearance generator, you could get it to like even out that stuff. Just saying. But no, I do. No, I'm being a jerk because I actually really I prefer that they walk the way they walk. Oh,
It's
that
so
was
good. That's
yeah.
so defined.
Yeah.
Like,
I just like how I like how just how he goes with it so awesomely. Shalhoub is so awesome. He's just like, what? He's just like so into it. So I'm gonna do this, and then he's like, I'm not gonna do this in a little bit here.
Here's so. I just can't imagine what that would be like to meet these like world heroes.
Yeah.
Like the lore of the people of this ship.
Yeah, it's like they're finally getting the respect that they want, and they're just like, not like this.
Right.
Not like this. Sure. Loretta, how you go?
Yeah.
Gambling for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I like how Tony Shalhoub's character is supposed to be Chinese.
Oh no.
His name is Tech Sergeant Chen.
Yeah.
They were just like ethnically mysterious. We'll
Yeah.
just put them in the
Yeah.
question mark bucket.
Yep. I like the. Oh yeah, I didn't really notice how like they really did model their uniforms on.
Oh sure, they got the same.
They got
lapels.
they got the yeah, they got those kidney shapes on their.
Yeah, the shoulders.
Yeah, the dolphin fins. And they knew enough that the women get like a
different.
slightly,
And they have to fold that. Well, right. Well, because that's how Sigourney Weaver's character gets zipped down to the chest.
I was like, wait, why did they do that? But I was like, oh, that's because Sigourney Weaver has a really.
That's how the females wear their uniforms.
Because they're based on some.
So good.
Door bushes.
I've always loved this film because it totally, destroys the concept of Trek nerds, but it also heroizes them at the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think it's great because I think it's it's not just making fun. It's also
no, that's what I mean.
No, it's legit. It's not a Spaceballs, but it is.
Yeah, it's not mean spirited about it.
Oh no, the people. Like I said, the people who wrote this love Star Trek.
Yeah,
they love it.
Yeah. I think they also did a really good job, with the sort of tech design. It feels very Star Trek-y, but almost a little bit more.
Yeah. Because when you think about it, Star Trek was the original, right? But this almost starts the trend of okay, now that Star Trek is the original, how are we all gonna create your alternate Star Treks? Every other show now that is a sci-fi based world pretty much is a permutation off of Star Trek.
Sure.
I think they have to measure themselves are we going to be as serious as a morality plays as Star Trek? Or are we going to be somewhere there, we're going to always measure ourselves, against that. Are we going to be more goofy?
Right.
Have you guys watched The Orville?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking that.
I love the Orville.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's fantastic, actually.
I kind of feel like it's started as one thing that was kind of it's going to be a little bit of a send up and then kind of just became a.
No, it's just Star Trek.
It's just Star Trek with more realistic, normal humor.
Well, yeah, I mean it's
tackling very, very
they tackle interesting things,
current themes, current concepts. So.
I mean the whole gender thing that they go through with the single gendered race is great.
Yeah, his character.
I love it. He's I'm super excited about being on the.
Yeah, right. I'm just so happy to be here.
But I love how he's totally embraced being on the he's oh yeah, we're gonna I don't know.
At this point, they still don't believe what their eyes are seeing. I mean,
they know what happened when they got flown through space,
right? But it's still very
but yeah,
surreal and very
sure.
Yeah,
like you say, it's weird. It's got to be weird as hell for them because it's exactly like the show, but the show was fake, so it's and that's what I love about when they're first going out and he's flying the ship out, and it just slowly starts to go to the because he doesn't know what he's doing. Starts scraping the walls.
Yeah, but they modeled it after his movements, so it kind of works.
Right. No pressure.
Yeah. All right,
no pressure.
Go, Laredo.
Take us out. Yep. Go ahead. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Come on.
Just sling some bull, man.
Right?
Hey, you flick some levers and just
So
go.
who's Laredo? Who's that actor?
It's Daryl Chill Mitchell. Sadly, he is now a paraplegic.
What?
Oh, what happened?
Wow.
He was in a car accident.
Oh no.
That's terrible.
So he's on Fear the Walking Dead in a wheelchair.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. It sounds like he's made it.
I know.
Survived
Fear the
and
Walking Dead.
At least, yeah. But, now
but that's the equivalent of
That's pretty good money. I would.
Yeah.
Fear the Walking Dead is probably They have a good.
It's like at least the 4th or 5th best of the Walking Dead series.
It's in the top. I'll tell you what. When I stopped watching both, which was when the pandemic started, at that point in time, Fear of the Walking Dead was a better show than The Walking Dead.
Yeah, here's that little list.
I know. I like how
everybody leans. Everybody starts out the lean. It's like when you're bowling and
they got bowling head.
They got bowling head.
Yeah, they're just like, you're trying to like will.
You're like, come on, ball, come on.
Yeah, I like how you.
Yeah, and he's just like sweating it. Oh,
it's like backing out Dad's car.
Shit, they're flying off.
Yep.
I mean, we can't hear it, but right now there's like metal scraping
sound.
I think they really got the scale of that shot. That ship looks just like huge. I just have like all the guys are there to watch them.
Right.
It's got like a nice big scratch on.
Yep. The paint.
I love it. That's so good.
And they all clap.
Yeah, and they all clap like that, which is an extra special way to clap. Which I guess is if you have tentacles, as Shawn is about to shame me into saying that's how you clap. And
right.
So that's their planet?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's rocky.
It got blown up.
Yeah. There's not much of it left.
Pieces of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that
these guys are like
the food.
I love this.
So he has to eat that. That's right.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Your blood ticks.
That's right. Just like my mom.
Oh yeah. Gross.
What other comedies did Alan Rickman do? Is this one of the few that he did?
He's so good at comedy.
I mean, he did some sort of like he was in Sense and Sensibility.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's really good in that.
Which is, that's got comedy.
I think Jane Austen is definitely comedy.
Oh, absolutely.
It's got very.
We played the Colonel in that one, though, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the more sad.
He's not a real funny character, but
yeah.
I mean, I guess as Snape, he kind of was comedic in the sense that he was so droll.
Yeah.
Then
he was very dry.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
trying to think if there was ever like a.
What's what's that Christmas movie?
What Christmas movie?
The British one.
The British one. Oh, Love Actually?
Sure. Oh, sure.
Wow.
3 7s of a good movie.
It's laughable.
Not enough of a good movie to be good.
Jesus Christ. Don't get me started.
Uh-oh.
Erin don't like no Love Actually.
I feel like that movie went through.
Reasonable opinion.
I agree.
Fucking grab bag.
I don't know. I feel like Love Actually was the Christmas movie that everyone was like, you have to watch Love Actually every Christmas. Everyone loves that movie.
He's pretty hilarious in Robin Hood.
And I'm like, don't tell me what to do.
That's true. He was great in that.
And then now everyone, it's like in its backlash era.
I was backlashing in the theater as I saw it when it came out. I was like, what is this garbage?
Yeah.
He was with me.
Yeah.
He can vouch for me.
Yeah. He did not care for it. I was like
I'm
more
the original
neutral.
hater of Love Actually.
I was like neutral about it, and I was like, we
I
didn't even know each other.
It was just too much of everything in the kitchen sink. I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's trying to manipulate.
But it was one of those things where I didn't know how she felt while we were watching it, because she was she was actually kind of reacting to it in the theater, and I didn't know it was like she was like, oh my, exasperated. So when I got out, I was kind of like, oh yeah, that was good, and you were like, I was like, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, that did not ring my chimes, man. But I know it's become a Christmas classic, which is funny.
No, but I think it's in an era right now where it's in backlash era.
Oh, it's definitely getting backlash now.
Well,
people
I guess
are starting to
anything that's
question the sexual
oversaturated.
politics of the movie, are not great.
Right.
They're not great.
I honestly don't remember much about it. I just remember being like, oh, this thing is yanking me around all over the place, and it's such a great cast. But I was just like, I just didn't think it. I thought it could be better. I felt like a lot of movies at that time.
Falls in love with the maid who doesn't speak English.
Right.
Not,
many different dynamics in that movie that at the time you're just like, oh, romantic, and then
Yeah, then you watch Andrew Lincoln creep on Keira Knightley now, and it's like not so romantic anymore.
Yeah. It's interesting. Times change.
Yeah.
I do like parts of that film. I think the Bill Nye,
I might.
The Bill
honestly
Nye-
might like
Bill
it more
Nye
if I
rock
just
star
watch
part
it
is
randomly.
great.
Yeah.
The Laura Linney story is great.
I like
it's very
her.
sad.
It's a-
but
Very
it's
sad.
Very
It's
good.
a great
sad.
cast. I just felt like I don't know.
And I like the the Liam Neeson and the kid. That's a sweet story. And that's it. Oh, and I like the guy who goes to America.
Yeah, the British accent.
But that's just wish fulfillment. That is all that has to do with.
We should watch it for one of our movies.
Let's put it on right now.
Oh,
There you go.
Who plays Sarah?
Simultaneous watching. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody.
If it's anybody famous.
I'll check it out.
Who?
Who plays Saris, the bad guy in this?
He's got a good voice.
The alien.
Right.
Went towards the green thingy.
Mhm.
Red thingy. Went towards the green.
Uh-oh.
That's
Yeah.
true. I need to be more specific.
Yep.
His name is Robin Sachs.
I've never heard of that
Died
name.
very young.
Did
He
he?
died young?
61.
Oh no.
Pretty young. He did voice for Mass Effect, all the Mass Effect games.
He has a good,
He does.
really classic sci-fi voice. Like
Sorry, who is this?
the guy who
His
plays
name is-
Saris.
The guy who plays
Saris.
Saris.
Oh, sure.
Did a lot of video games.
I
That
feel like
line.
these scenes are very Star Trekky too. Everybody.
Oh,
walking,
sure. Yeah.
shaking,
The
you know,
rocking back
the
and
rocking
forth.
back and forth and grabbing onto a
He
wall.
was a
And
regular character on Buffy.
Oh.
really,
Who'd he
who
play?
was he?
Ethan Rain from 97 to 2000.
Interesting.
Why do I feel like I can tell the Buffy character based on?
Based on like his
Yeah.
lips, the parts that are. Is he
4
like?
episodes. In seasons 2, 3, and 4.
Interesting.
Well, I'll have to go back and check those out.
I have not watched Buffy, so I don't know.
Ever?
Nope. It's one of my blind spots.
I feel like I just can't take it on right
I've
now.
never seen the movie. I've never seen the TV show.
Oh,
that's
really?
fun.
Oh, I've seen the movie, and I've seen
Really?
a couple of
What?
episodes. Of,
Is Luke Perry in the
Yeah.
movie?
He
He's in the
is.
movie.
Yes.
Okay.
He
Yeah, I've seen the movie.
he is.
He's the boyfriend, right? Isn't he
He
the
is.
love interest?
That's what I thought, but
Yep.
then stuff
I
from
like
that
the way he
time.
delivers this line.
yeah.
The ship's
We gotta slow down.
Just in it.
or just let you know, FYI.
Yeah,
He is so good.
yeah. Every time he's on, I
He's
just like.
because he's this stoner,
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
I've always wanted to see smoke come out of the impulse drives on a Star Trek. It's like an old beater breaking down.
I don't think that's a class.
Minefield.
Yeah. Let's go to the minefield.
Yeah. You don't have to hit every mine.
I feel so bad for him.
I know he's the only one who has to do anything.
He
Of
is.
all the jobs, he's the only one who has to do something more than
Yes.
just give a command.
I know. They're magnetic.
And this has some good,
Yeah.
original sci-fi stuff. The magnetic mines is
Ooh,
a
I like
cool
his
concept.
breathing gill chest.
Yeah.
Right?
I like the antenna movements too.
That'd be
Yes,
good.
the antenna,
The
that
makeup is
eye
good.
patch.
They have
Right.
good makeup because that's all, I'm sure that's all practical, right? That's not CGI. The costuming
I think and I think
At
I
this
think also
point-
the CGI is actually pretty good. Like
for 99.
For 99?
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's as
It
good as
holds
a
up.
Star Trek movie.
Sure, yeah. I mean,
For the most part.
they have bet more money, but
I mean, I'm talking about for the movies.
Sure. Oh yeah, of course. But do you think that's CGI, the ship, or model?
Oh, I think
it's
this
model.
I think the ship is.
You think it's CGI?
I think the
that's CGI?
ship
you
is.
do?
I think the exterior shots of the ship are CGI. Yeah, that'd be my guess.
Yeah, the gas emanations are definitely some sort of a simulation. Look good though. Looks good though.
Almost sat on a cat.
Got Gus the podcast.
Is it okay for him to be near you? Oh, really?
Probably not.
Okay, I can kick him out.
No,
All
it's
right.
okay. It's okay. I just shouldn't have him on my lap.
Okay.
I took a bunch of Claritin, so
Well, let me know if
yeah, no,
I can
we're
kick
good.
him out. He was meowing his head
I-
off at the
I-
door.
I
He
did
was like,
hear
"Let
it.
me in."
Yeah. Well, isn't he the podcast?
He's the podcast.
So
He has to come
be
in.
here.
It's his realm.
Oh, this is
He'll stay on
another
my
great
lap.
line reading that Sigourney Weaver gives.
That's right. She's like, I have one job
I'm
on
gonna
this
do
shit,
it.
and I'm going to do it.
That's
It's
right.
stupid, but I'm going to do it.
You know this movie really well.
I love this movie.
Yeah?
I really do. I so enjoy. Like, I saw this movie with my dad because my mom and my brother, I forget what it was, just 4 of us, and I was well at the time I was at grad school cross country, and so I'd come home for the holidays, and my mom and brother wanted to go see something, and my dad had no desire, and so my dad was like, okay, well, I'm going to go watch this instead, Galaxy Quest, and I was like, I'll come watch it with you.
That tracks because
So-
it said it was released on Christmas, 1999.
Yeah.
Your
It was
alibi is adding up.
Am I intact? Like, I'm not making this
Timeline
up.
fits.
I'm not making this up. Anyway, so me and my dad watched this, and we loved it. Like, so I have a good memory.
It's so
of
fun
seeing
to
it with
like
you
have an
know?
unexpected like
Totally.
romp where you're just
Totally.
like, I don't know, and then you go see
Totally.
it and you're like, oh my god, this is really clever.
Yeah,
Totally.
I
No,
guess when
both
I
of
saw
us,
it, I
both
was
of us
like,
were just
Hidden
like,
gem.
yes,
This
both
is-
of us just loved it.
Because I mean, I'll be honest, the Tim Allen being the star did not exactly inspire
Attract you.
confidence in the film.
Yeah.
But you're watching, you're like, damn. I mean, everyone else is obviously, they're acting circles around him, but he does such a great job at playing that character, the arrogant lead guy who's not that talented.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing about beryllium spheres, which is they don't have a spare one, but when you find where they are, they're literally everywhere. They're just like
Yeah, that planet is is riddled with.
So even
beryllium
though it's
spheres.
not really their fault that they did, they didn't screw up. They should have known to got a couple extra beryllium spheres.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The Temerians, they're really on them to
Yeah.
not have a backup.
I mean, they have everything else. They could have gotten 2 beryllium spheres.
Yeah.
It's only the fuel for their ship. I mean,
It seems like bad planning.
yeah, it seems like, they could have spent a little less time on uniforms, though. I do applaud the dedication and attention to detail.
So Alan Rickman was a member of the Royal Shakespeare Company.
All right.
But get this, one of the roles he's famous for playing is on stage is the Vicomte de Valmont in La Liaison Dangereuse. So it all ties back
Yeah.
There you go.
to Warped. And the random shit that we watch when we're not watching Star Trek.
What's that? Is
Well,
that Dangerous Liaison?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we-
Okay.
Cruel Intentions.
Yeah.
is a
Right.
popular
Yeah.
conversation topic in this.
I try to circle back to that as much as I can.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And that was one of the movies we watched
Yeah.
Oh, really?
as our bonus was
Oh,
Cruel
hell yeah.
Intentions. During
Come on,
that was
group
during
hug.
quarantine. I love the way he laughs, Enrico. What's his last name? Colatoni.
Calantoni,
Yeah.
yeah.
He goes,
His laugh in this.
is he
is
like,
great. He
ah.
opens his mouth really wide. He goes, It's so good.
Seal.
I was
Walrus.
like I said, it's
Yeah.
IMDb trivia, so take it for what you like. It said that when he did his audition, they basically brought in the other actors and had him do it and say, "This is how we want the Termians to act.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we want."
sense.
It does.
I believe it.
It's great.
I mean,
Nailed it.
he's the best of all of them.
Yeah.
He is, but they all are doing what he's doing for sure.
Had he does he have a long career before? Because this is like one of the first.
I mean, he
things-
was on TV.
Yeah.
Veronica Mars.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
one was
Spin
Just
City?
Shoot Me, or
He was on Just Shoot Me.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He
Oh,
was,
Just Shoot Me.
He was one of the. That was where I would first. He was on that before he was in this.
Yeah, that's right.
I knew him from that.
I like that show.
And Veronica Mars was like in 2000.
Yeah, that would have been after.
Yeah.
3, I think, is when it started. 2 or 3.
Was that? I don't know. Was that the remix?
Having one of
It was
those cheese and
terrifying.
crackers.
Maybe it was 2004. It was the early aughts.
Yeah, early aughts.
2004.
Okay.
Magical time.
Right?
Yep. I was talking to. Well, I was watching the pilot or the first episode on the phone.
Oh, yeah. Phone date?
I was telling you to tune into it or something.
Oh, you're going to take credit for me watching V-Mars?
Yeah, I am. 'Cause,
Okay. That's
'cause
fair.
I was definitely remember. I have a distinct memory of that. 'Cause I was.
I just finally watched it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I had never seen it, and then I just binged it.
It's fun, right?
It is. It's great.
It's a good one.
It is. It's great.
Trying to remember how I
It jumps
got
the shark
into
a little
it.
bit and gets But
Did you watch the Hulu seasons too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But those first 2-3
Yeah.
seasons are really strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really strong. and-
Neptune.
She's such a
That's
badass.
right.
It's just got all the good stuff. But
Are
yeah,
we-
he's such a good dad
I think
figure in that.
was it Reefer Madness? Is that how I realized who
Just
Kristen Bell was?
No.
No, I'm trying to remember how I figured out to start watching that show. I can't remember.
No, we watched it long before that.
Long before that, I can't remember. Yeah, she's in the movie musical Reefer Madness.
Yeah.
That is based on like a musical version of, a comedy musical version based on like the old propaganda movie.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
That got released in L.A. It was like an L.A. musical, but never. It did make it to
It
Broadway.
was off Broadway.
It was
I
off
think,
Broadway. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then they made a movie.
Then they made a movie version.
Yeah, I
of
remember.
the
I don't think I ever
musical.
saw it, but I remember when it came out.
Yeah, it mainly went like on the festival circuit, but she plays
It
like
was
the
on
main
like
girl.
it was like an HBO movie or
What
something
year
like
was that? That was before Veronica Mars?
It was like
No, about the same
during.
time.
Yeah.
Right-
Yeah.
right
Because I think
before.
that's when I first saw her.
'Cause
or
it
knew
was like
about her,
2000.
Veronica Mars.
2-ish, 2003.
Mm-hmm.
I think when Reefer Madness came out.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do a halfway
Are we
break?
getting quick?
What
Are we
is
getting
halfway?
there?
I don't know. I'm just thinking it's probably coming up.
Yeah. I think we probably. Because this is the halfway part in the movie.
Is
Should
it?
we watch to
Wait.
the end of this sequence? Or
Well, let's see,
Yes,
man. Let's just see how rare those beryllium spheres are.
yeah,
Let's
let's count them. How many?
I
there's
see
two
two.
right there in the shot. So already a lot
It's already.
in his small little viewpoint.
Yeah. And they're all like pretty much just the right size.
Well, I think they're all the same. I don't think you can have a beryllium sphere that's not that size.
I
This
guess
is nature.
They just are born that way.
Mm-hmm.
And what creates a beryllium sphere? You think?
These guys?
Yeah, these guys. These guys.
They're the
kinda
miners, aren't they?
compile
Or are
them.
they just?
Yeah.
No, I
I
feel
don't
like they're
know.
not the miners. I feel like they are.
They ate the miners.
Yeah,
Look at there's like 6 beryllium spheres in that shot. I'm just
they
saying.
really are.
Is this
Oh,
Avatar?
So cute.
Uh-huh.
Drinking water.
Yeah, that's Avatar: Way of Water, right there, because that's where they're finding their way to the water.
exactly.
That's where he got the idea. He saw that.
Oh, sure.
That's when
Yeah.
he had his aha moment.
Yeah.
Like
James
Oprah
Cameron's
talks
like,
about.
I've cracked it now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If only I didn't have to make an entirely other movie first to get.
But
to
how
the
do I
way.
get past copyright? I'll stretch him out and make him bluer. That's what he did.
Yeah, here he's describing exactly what's going to happen.
Gross.
Oh, this little one. This was like dancing
So
baby.
injured.
I know,
tech-
right?
Yeah,
That
it's
looks-
feeling very Ally McBeal.
Yeah, exactly. This is where the CG is pushing the limits of what computers could do in 1990.
I know. Do you even watch our show?
No.
Like, do you know how these things go down?
Yeah.
So you're going to help him.
So good.
Aww.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm so
that's
sick of being right.
disturbing.
That's a good line. I'm
Yeah.
so sick of being right.
Let's go before one of those things kills Guy.
Yeah.
Right.
So this movie is just full of great lines.
Why is this so familiar? Of course, because they're in reenact an episode.
That was episode 99.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
81. It's just, yeah.
It's pretty good. Galaxy Quest had a good run. They hit at least 81 episodes.
Nah,
That's
right.
right.
I wonder how many.
It's the same, right? I think that's what Star Trek did.
Total?
Is 81, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I think that's right.
Maybe that's why they picked that number.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It kind of feels like even their like mosaics and random art pieces are made out of beryllium spheres, just to like throw in how commonplace beryllium spheres are.
Look on his face. He's okay. I'll go.
That's the better part is his action, like random.
Yeah.
They
Like,
just come
and they're
walking.
walking up, and he's just like
to do
flipping
that.
and rolling, and being like.
And also, I'm just gonna. I know I'm harping on it, but what do you think
We're
those
just-
round
and then you
storage
just
containers
explode.
hold? I mean, if you were to guess.
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
round storage containers
Yeah, I would guess they would hold beryllium spheres. I feel like the whole thing is just
inside one of those tubes.
just not those tubes. Like there's these round, like I don't know, storage
Casing.
I love
casing.
it. Caw.
Yeah, yeah. Like they're thinking like that's the thing.
That's the way to notify them. They're everywhere,
Yeah.
and instead of running away from danger, running right into it.
I know, but I love that they're.
That's
This
classic.
I think this is a good physical comedy bit.
Rolling the ball.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good thing when you have
You don't look back.
6 people
look
on.
at that. That's
and she
great.
looks back.
I like how they got it really far away.
I do like that they don't have transporter power.
Yeah.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
They had to fly down the. That's one of the things that's about the I think is cool about the Orville. They don't have transporter power.
Oh, that's right.
They always have to take transports down to planets.
Oh no! Oh, these identical CG Muppets have them.
Uh-oh.
It's like their sports team just won.
Yeah, right? They're going to try to flip the car.
Yeah.
And I like that, right? That's his
Not
criticism. It's not about his life, it's the ego.
I like the ear fins.
How about we pause it here?
All right.
That's actually perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We hit
He
it with a
blacks
rock.
Out, so do we.
All right. So we just blacked out Tim Allen.
That's right.
It looks like we're at 55 minutes and 20 seconds, so that's about halfway. So anybody got any first half thoughts?
It's a great movie. It's hilarious. Everybody's doing so much good stuff on screen.
Yep.
That's
It holds up.
Well, I think everyone has just played everything so sincerely.
Absolutely.
And that's why it works so well, because everyone's just
Absolutely.
locked in.
Why does it?
No one's playing like caricatures. They're all based. These are all human people they're playing.
Absolutely.
Even the aliens.
So, I see.
There.
So Tony Shalhoub was playing Chen, but also his character's name is Fred
the
Kwan.
actor's supposed to be Chinese too. Yeah. Fred Kwan is his
Oh, is that the
name.
pair? Oh, you're right.
I'm like now I'm confused. Like I always just went with it before, but now I'm confused. All right, now I'm back to going with it.
All right. Well, stay tuned to next week.
Well, I can't wait to see how this one wraps up.
Finish up Galaxy Quest.
It's a good choice.
Till then, you can email us at warpthepodcast@gmail.com and find us on Instagram at warpthepodcast and Twitter at Warp Trek.
Yeah.
Warp Trek. And you can give us money at patreon.com/warped. You can subscribe and rate and review us on whatever Podchaser you use. And until next time, my name is Shawn.
I'm Jake.
Philippe.
Erin.
Me.
Catherine. Woo!
Thank you and good night.
Bye.